Spring football practice has wrapped up. We'll talk with UNA head football coach Chris Willis in this Lion Vision update. And Coach, let's go to the spring game last Saturday. The offense beats the defense in a high-scoring affair, 34-26. It came down to a final play with the offense winning on essentially a Hail Mary just about. But your takeaways from the spring game?
Well, I think the offense had the upper hand all spring. They had a lot of guys returning that played, a little bit more game time experience, and anytime your quarterback comes back, that helps as well. And I thought offensively, we're running back by committee, but Ron Thompson kind of separated himself at times. And then, we played every quarterback. Lopez got a few snaps there early in the scrimmage. We didn't make him live. We went with the other three guys to see what they can do. Blake Devers been struggling a little bit with his throwing shoulder. It's something he'll be okay with. He's kind of like a pitcher, and you've thrown a lot. He just got a lot of sore arm. Throughout camp, we feel good about the backup quarterback position. They battled, and they didn't have the best day Saturday, but they overall we feel like we've got a group of guys we can lean on as a strong backup group. Offensive line, I thought, did a great job. Coach Lisco's done a good job with them. Ethan adding him into the mix has really helped. Now, they've had their issues as times as well. We mixed and moved people around from tackle to guard, guard to tackle. We try people in different positions in the spring, so some guys are out of position. But right now we're recruiting pretty heavily to fill a couple more needs up there. We lost an old lineman during spring, so that hurts a little bit in depth. Receivers, they're kind of playing right where they left off. Very strong group. We've probably added a guy or two that's coming on. Israel Washington looked really great. He's the one that caught the game-winning touchdown. So, offensively, we're not too far off. We're going to hit the ground here and try to finish up some recruiting. We've got to get a tight end to play behind Corson. John Martin Wagner, unfortunately, we lost him due to an ACL, and TK Kennebrew to an ACL. So we didn't have a lot of injuries, but we had three that impact our depth. Defensively, probably the spring game might have been their best day. We created about 5 or 6 turnovers, interceptions, sacks, did a lot of good things. They wore down there towards the end on trying to stop the run game. I thought we ran the ball really well in the spring game, but that was a combination of great job by our running backs and our O-line, creating those running lanes. But I also thought our D-line got tired, which is the one position we lack the most depth at right now in the spring. And we're out recruiting hard, fixing to hit the ground running Monday to get after some recruits. Not only our next year recruits, but we're also trying to fill our needs, what's left. We got a few scholarships left, so we feel good about a lot of things. Our linebackers look really good. They're guys that are experienced, kind of like your wide receivers or quarterback group, so to speak. And then secondary is probably the lack of experience. A lot of guys back there on scholarship, but we got to find a way to kind of get them to grow up a little bit faster. They just need as many reps as they can get between now and time we play our first football game.
Coach, let's talk about what's next for the play. Practice wraps up on Wednesday, then they move into the next phase of the off-season program. From now until when they report in August, what will the players go through?
Well, we're going to finish up. We've got workouts up until May the 2nd, so today's our last spring. We'll have one more spring practice, 45 minutes, helmets only, kind of the end of the season, get out there, do a little bit of position work, and then we'll get back into the weight room. Pretty much in June, you'll have all your returners here. We pay for 6 hours of their summer school. Most of them will take 3 hours in June and take the other 3 in July. Then all the new guys will be here in July. So the whole team will be here in July. We kind of want them to take a break in the month of May to get away a little bit. Some will take a little bit extended break into June. But we'll have majority of the players here pretty much all of June and July. So this part, when we finish up May the 2nd, pretty much until we start summer school in June, they'll have a little bit of time off, which is needed. They need it. They need the break.
And as coaches, as you guys head into the next phase of the off-season program, gearing up for year 2 of Division I, what will be the coaching staff focus?
Well, we met this morning, and we're going to finish out spring football, which is Easter weekend. So I'm going to the guys, spend some time with their family, and then pretty much come Monday morning, we hit the ground going. Spring recruiting, we get about a full month of it, and whether we use all the days or not, but we're going to get out and hit the entire state of Alabama, Mississippi junior colleges, and all the counties that border the state. And then we'll look at where we're at then. We're probably going to get into Nashville, Memphis, Atlanta, possibly New Orleans, and try to do some recruiting there as well. But we're fixing to hit the ground running. It's both recruiting for next year's team as well as filling the last few spots we have. We're going to really look for another tight end, probably 2 old linemen. We would take a wide out if needed, but right now it's a strong group. Defensively, it's D-line and secondary that we're trying to fill our needs at. We've got about anywhere from 6 to 7 scholarships available, and we do it that way so we can kind of go to the transfer portal and other places to see if we can find some immediate help that can come in and play right away.
UNA football wrapping up spring training, gearing up for year 2 of Division I. Be sure and visit RoarLions.com for all your UNA football updates.